Alright, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College. I've been going through a series of video presentations I'm creating for the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development program, and in particular the AWD 1111.NET Framework with Web Databases class for the fall 2019 semester. The book we'll use for the class is ProASP.NET MVC 5, an A-Press text by Adam Freeman. The book, as you can see here in the table of contents, has 27 chapters. So far on this first page, I've done chapters 1 through 12. I skipped 13 for now. I've done 14 through 18, and on this second page, I've done 19, 20, 21, and 22, which means I have these 5 chapters to go. All right, now I'm going to go into chapter 23, URL and AJAX helper methods right now. So, as the author mentioned, starting on the bottom of page 645, in this particular chapter, he's going to complete his coverage of the MVC framework helper methods by showing those methods that are able to generate URLs, links, and AJAX-enabled elements. AJAX, if you don't know, stands for Asynchronous JavaScript and XML, and it is a way to create partial page refreshes. All right, and even though it originally was asynchronous JavaScript and XML, much of the work with AJAX today is done with JSON, or JavaScript object notation, as opposed to XML. All right. The author says on the bottom of the screen you will need to clear your browser history as you go from one example in this chapter to the next. This is because the features will be built incrementally, and it isn't something you need to worry about in a real project. I've added notes to remind you of key points in the chapter, but if you don't get the results you're expecting, try first clearing the history. All right. Oh, unfortunately, it says we're going to continue using the helper methods project that we created in chapter 21 and kind of screwed up in chapter 22. All right. We're going to create a new controller called people. This controller defines a collection of person model objects that we will use to demonstrate different helper features. So let's start with this. Copy. Right mouse click on our controllers. Add controller. Empty, people, paste, and then we've got that. We're having problems, major problems here with person. You know, everything that we're trying to do here with person is just not working very well. Well, look at this. Oh, okay, for some reason I've got stuff here that's been duplicated. Wow. Okay. We already know by doing this, and the author, or the error messages suggested that we do this. Helper methods.models.helper methods.models. Okay. By putting that in, we now don't have our error on person, but we have our errors based on what person is pointing to. Well, let's do this. Control A. Let's get rid of that. I may not have gotten rid of it first, so it's gone now. There we go. Again, we're still getting these error messages. and I'm not sure why. Models dot helper methods dot models dot person. That is just strange. I'm going to see if I change all these, if that fixes these errors right here. I'm not again, I'm not sure why I'm even getting these. Dot, 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 dot. See, they're telling you to generate these properties, person.firstname, person.lastname, etc. However, if we go and we look over here under our person, there's wow. I'm looking to see if our first name and last name are gone. This right here goes with this. Don't know why. Let's try this and just see if it does anything. Public string first name get set, and we'll do the same thing with last name. Alright, and I want to see if this is going to clear up any of the problems that I've had in other files. I don't know exactly what happened right there, to be honest with you. Well, the create person, no, this is still wrong. Display person, that looks like it's wrong. Layout, that looks okay. Person, that looks wrong. Let's display person. Person, now we put that in, that looks okay. Person metadata still has a problem with role here. Role does have a problem too. So helper methods, dot models, we don't have a role in here. That could be what the problem is. So role.cshtml. So the enum, that looks like it's okay. Here's role.cshtml. I think we already looked at that. Our people controller now looks as though, is it working? No, it is not, but it's all thanks to that role, it looks like, everything. So there should be a role.cs. Let's double check. I'm sorry if I'm wasting anyone's time with this. We're on 10 minutes already. But let's see if we can find a role.cs file. Alright, so I'm going to back this thing way up. There was role.cs HTML. That was in the last chapter. That says that's all there is. One thing is this should have been a partial view. I don't think I made it a partial view. So let's start with that. So let's get rid of the role.cs HTML file. Let's go back and try to re-add it. And we'll make it a partial view. Add that back into it. That looks incomplete. Oh my goodness. Why am I getting? There we go. See, we're getting this right here. We're getting this error that under helper methods, models, we should have a role. And we do not have a role.cs file under there. I want to see if this is anyplace else. And that'll be it for this lecture. I apologize. I was hoping we get a lot more done. So that's the only place that this is even utilized in here. It's the role enumeration. But I don't think that role enumeration, that was defined in here. I don't see role anyplace else. So again, I'm getting errors. Not sure from what, not sure why. So this has been kind of a cluster here. But we did come in and start to prepare the example project. All right, I'll be back with the next part shortly.